In 2016, I learned a lot of things. I learned the true power of shopping local. I learned, again, that bicycles are the truth. I also learned the way of the hustle, and I learned the power of friendship. And sure, I may have learned a few things this year, but I'm not the only person that lived through this year. I'm not the only person that will live through next year either. So I decided to have a few friends of mine tell what they learned in 2016.
In 2016, I realized it's possible to foster a space that I feel comfortable and present in my own skin.
2016 taught me that even though you're struggling, even though I'm struggling, even though I didn't want to be in a place, even though I wanted everything inside of me was screaming to get out of that place, that leaving a place is not always the end. It's just another chapter in the book. It's the end of the chapter, the beginning of the next one. And that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing.
What I learned in 2016 is that my husband and children are the most important things in my life, that my village is much bigger than I ever expected it to be with all the support I've gotten from my friends and other family members. I've also learned to appreciate the really small things that happen each day, along with the big things that happen, the big events. I've also learned that I've really loved Christmas trees a lot more than I ever thought I would, and I hope that 2016 ended very well and will continue that way through 2017.
2016 has taught me to be more optimistic. I tend to be somewhat of a cynical person, and a lot of things have happened this year that are really hard to swallow and that I'm not happy about. But I think it's important to look to the future with hope and optimism rather than thinking it's like the apocalypse that's approaching. And I don't think that we should deny that there will be consequences to what has happened in 2016, but I think it's important to channel whatever anger or frustration we have into doing something good and making real and important change. And I'm optimistic that those things will happen and that we will prevail.
What I learned in 2016 was that the world is not bad. You just have to create the good.
In 2016, I learned how to be positive about what was going on in the world, in my life, in my relationships, more so about me and who I am and what I believe in. And 2016 was a pretty interesting year, going from some pretty low lows to some extremely wonderful highs, and ending on an incredible note of travel and relationships and positivity and optimism. Yeah, let's see what 2017 brings.
In 2016, I learned that adulting is hard, but possible.
Hi, I'm Tyler Newhouse.
And I'm Veronica Newhouse.
And in 2016,
we got married and we learned how great life can be when you're sharing it with your best friend.
In 2016, I learned how much a strong support system of family and friends can get you through.
In 2016, I learned that I'm okay with a multinational media conglomerate siphoning me for every last penny I have by exploiting my nostalgia. Well, as long as I get a new Harry Potter or Star Wars movie out of it, then I'll be okay.
In 2016, I learned, all right, maybe not necessarily learned, but definitely realized the importance of thoughtfulness. And that thoughtfulness doesn't always apply just strictly to your friends and family, but also to yourself and to being a little bit more aware of what's happening globally and locally. And I think I also realized this year it's important to live your best life. I mean, not just as a hashtag or as something you do to get social media likes, but actually to live. You know, David Bowie and Carrie Fisher and Prince, they are all these incredible people who live such vibrant lives. And I think the best way we can honor their memories is to actually go out there and live.
I truly do thank you for watching all of the silly content I've put out this year. It's been an immense pleasure to come up with silly ideas and just throw them up on the internet, and I'm glad you appreciate it in whatever small way you do. We've got a lot of content coming up in the next year that I'm really excited for, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to a really great year. Thank you all, and I'll see you real soon.